Cafe just released Chapter 2 of Arc A of the ReZero web novel, and it was a pretty short chapter and a very interesting chapter as well. And we're going to have a brief summary about this. Let's get into the summary. So, in the beginning of this chapter, Beatrice actually had doubts and don't know what to do with Lewis, the Sen Archbishop of Gluttony, have no idea what to do with her. But with also the chaos at the same time, she was thinking about what happened 400 years ago. 400 years ago, that Zatella actually caused a catastrophe, the Great Calamity. But this was actually all this chaos in Wallachia for the Empire, and a battle for all these divine generals actually remind her of what happened in the web novel, beginning with the clash between the regular army and the rebel army. An uncontrollable flying dragon, a certain flying dragon, compete for the sky. If you look around, the white world and the red world invaded the ordinary world. The giants and the dragons rampage. Finally, the dead rise up from one another, destroyed the city from the inside. There were few cases in which Beatrice was actually exclusive and didn't support anyone directly. But the state of the world was insane, inconsistent, reminiscent of the turmoil 400 years ago. Thinking back to the old days, Beatrice naturally uttered those words, speaking of the symbol of that era 400 years ago. It was undoubtedly the witch, and Beatrice's creator, Etna, whom she admired as her mother, was called a witch. In addition to that, there were multiple witches who were crowned with mortal sins in that era when everyone was desperate to survive. Was a dark period, like a childhood nightmare came true. A child's nightmare came true. The current imperial capital is in that return of that. I wonder what caused it to happen while Beatrice was holding such impatience in her chest. So she has reminiscent of what happened 400 years ago with Satella and the Witches of Sin, and she forgot. Probably Beatrice didn't really pay attention or recognize that her mother, her own mother she loved so much, is actually the Witch of Greed. So I don't think it ever crossed her mind to her. But all this stuff reminded her of her. Also, Rim couldn't tell the difference of Subaru equals Subaru, but Flop could tell that they are the same person. And Subaru got mad, like, I'm not Swartz. Like, leave me alone. Stop calling me that, apparently. Because the gig's up. But he didn't like that much. But also, I want to go back to Beatrice. The Beatrice dialogue, she actually confirms she didn't remember Rim. So Rim's name is not back yet. How could she even awake at all remains a mystery. So we're not really sure how is she still awake if she her name is still not there yet. So that is very, very interesting. It could be still because of Lewis still alive, and we had a couple of theories about that, about how Lewis equals Rim and Rim equals Lewis. It's just Rim memories inside of Lewis and coming out. With Tanza's help, they actually broke into where Bouter actually captured Trisha Gold. They captured Trisha Gold. They finally did that. And Tanza is a wall breaker and a lock breaker. So she's a wall breaker and the lock breaker that captured Trisha Gold. So that was a big, big thing because to turn the tide and actually gain control for Vincent to gain supreme dominance and take control of the situation, they had to capture the black-haired fake prince, the fake Vincent Valakia, that is Trisha Gold. So that's a big help to end this nonsense. Also, Todd appeared at the end and asked Subaru to set aside their grudge. While that was going on, Rim was worried about Katia, so Subaru, just for the sake of Rim, because he wants to be in the good graces of Rim, don't want her to escape and stuff like that again, he sat out a team to go get Katia. So Katia don't like Subaru right now, in my opinion, and I hope a lot of people think of that too, because I don't think Katia actually likes Subaru at all. And if Rim realizes if Katia gets hurt because of Subaru's under his watch, that Rim and Subaru relationship will probably crumble. Especially if Lewis gets hurt or Katia gets hurt, that Rim and Subaru relationship is going to crumble. And they're beyond repairing it. That'd be huge. But at the end, Todd Fang actually arrived. And he was like, hey, hold up. Let's set aside our differences right now and let's get out of here. And I have a lot of opinions about that. I think it's very strange. Subaru and Todd teaming up. That's gonna be very interesting how they work together. It's very interesting how Tappei put them together. You wouldn't think that, but I could have thought of that too because I can see Todd and Super getting out of here together. So that was really really interesting how they did that. But I think the moment they get out of the capital city and stuff like that, I think Todd's gonna try to kill Subaru and everybody else, Medium Flop and all of them. I think he's gonna turn back to the heel, turn evil again, and like, hey, we got out of here, but it doesn't mean I'm not gonna kill you. So watch out for that. It'd be very interesting. And I can't wait to see how this Katya and Super Rim gonna work out. She's under Subaru's watch and stuff like that. It'd be very interesting if she gets hurt. Wonder how that Rim and Subaru relationship is gonna play out. But very very short chapter. I think it's gonna be this arc is gonna be very interesting based around Vincent Valakia. Around Vincent Valakia, it'd be very very interesting. But tell me what you think of the chapter down below. Put in the comments what you think. But I see you in the next chapter. See you in the next video.